In this lecture, I am going to discuss one more example for a derivative distribution, but now I am going to consider continuous random variable. Okay, so continuous random variable I am going to consider here. Suppose that x is a uniform random variable, takes values between 0 and 2. Okay, so it looks like this. This is 2, and so therefore this is going to be 1 by 2. This is the probability density function of the random variable x. This is x and 0, and we are interested in the random variable y. Okay, so y is given here, so y is equal to cube of x. Now how do we do this problem? So what kind of distribution is it going to have? Like if you take this one, y equal to x cubed. So now first notice that y takes values between 0 and 8, because the range of x is 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. So this implies y is equal to x cubed. That means your function is going to be y equal to x cubed. So 0 cubed equal to 0 and 2 cubed equal to 8. Therefore the range of y is 0 and 8. So this is the range of y. Okay, range of y. Okay, so x is a uniform, so all the x's are equally likely. When I say x is uniform, that means what? X is uniform random variable. That means all x's are equally likely. All x's are equally likely. When I say all x's, that means in the interval of 0 to 2. So this all values are equally likely. Now you might then say, well, in that case all the y's should be equally likely. So that we don't know. So y might also have a uniform distribution. Is this true? No, we don't know. Well, we will find out at the end of this problem. We will come to know y is uniform or not. You can say since x is uniform and y also can uniform, but we don't know. Okay, it's a question mark. Let us find out whether y is uniform or not. So let us start by applying the cookbook procedure. What is a cookbook procedure? First find the CDF, cumulative distribution function of y. Then second step is take derivative. Take derivative with respect to y. So we want to find first the cumulative distribution of the random variable y. Okay, and which by definition is the probability that the random variable is less than or equal to certain number. Okay, so CDF of y is denoted by Fy of y. By definition, this is going to be probability of random variable y takes value less than or equal to a certain number small y. This is a number actually, some value. Okay, certain number. So this is what we need to find out. So how do you find out that? What we have in our hands is the distribution of x. So we have distribution of x. What is the distribution of x? It is the uniform random variable. With this, we need to find out that event. So that's what we need to work with x. So the first step that you need to do is to look at this event p of probability of y less than or equal to small y, and write it in terms of the random variable about which you have information. See, we have the information about x. From this, write for the event p of y less than or equal to y. Okay, so the event p of y less than or equal to capital Y is the same as probability of x cubed less than or equal to small y, because capital Y equal to x cubed. So now we can forget about the capital Y now. See, capital Y is completely eliminated here. Capital Y is eliminated, completely eliminated. We can forget about that. So it is just an exercise involving a single random variable with a known distribution. What is a known distribution? X cube. X is a known distribution. Known distribution. Okay. So, and we want to calculate the probability of some event. So what is that event? P of y is less than or equal to small y. That is the event we want to find out. So we are looking at this event P of x cube is less than or equal to y. Okay, x cubed being less than or equal to small y. So we massage that expression so that it involves capital X directly, because here I have capital X cube. So that you do some modification, massage this event and modify in terms of x alone, because we have the distribution of capital X. So that is why you do some massage such that instead of x cube, then let me write x alone. So to do that, what you do is take cubic roots of both sides. So therefore this is here capital A, this is less than or equal to y to the 1/3 cubic roots of both sides of this inequality. Now this event is the same as that event. Therefore P of x cube is less than or equal to y. Both are same, and this also same, and this also same. Now with a uniform distribution on 0, 2, what is the probability going to be? This probability, what is this probability going to be? It is the probability of being in the interval from 0 to y to the 1/3. So the density function is as follows. Let's say this point is y to the 1/3, and this event is going to be this event, this area. Okay, so this area is going to be that event. Therefore this shaded area denotes probability of x is less than or equal to y to the 1/3. Okay, so now what is the area under this uniform distribution? So P of x is less than or equal to y to the 1/3. This is area of the shaded part. So that is going to be width times height. What is the width? Width is y to the 1/3. Okay, so the probability of this event happening is in this area, the shaded area, and the area is equal to the base. What is the base? Base into height. So the base is y to the 1/3, and what about the height? Height is 1/2, because the total probability should be equal to 1. It's a density function, right? So when I say density, total area equal to 1. Total area equal to 1 means the height should be 1/2. So this is 1/2. So 1/2 y to the 1/3. So this is the event P of x less than or equal to y to the 1/3. What is this? This is the cumulative distribution function of the random variable y. So 1/2 y to the 1/3. So this is that is a formula for a cumulative distribution, and then the rest is easy. You just take the derivative, you differentiate with respect to y. Okay, you differentiate this expression with respect to y. So fy of y, your probability density function, is going to be d by dy of fy of y. So this is 1/6 times y to the 2/3 if you take the derivative. Therefore your density function fy of y is equal to 1/6 times y to the 2/3. Okay, now if you wish to plot this function, how does it look? So you take this y to 1/y to the 2/3. Take this alone, just forget about 1/6. It is a constant. Okay, 1/6 is a constant. For the time being, don't consider 1 over 6. Now when y equal to 0, it sort of blows up and it goes infinity. Therefore the function blows up like this, okay, and it goes like keep on it goes. When y equal to 0, it goes to infinity, kind of blowing up. Now the question is this picture correct? That the way I have drawn it, because it is wrong. Why is it wrong? It is wrong because the formula I wrote here, this one and this one, this formula is valid. This is valid only in the range from 0 to 8. So beyond 8, this formula is not valid. It is not valid. Therefore, once you take the derivative, okay, for that reason, the formula for the derivative is also true only for y between 0 and 8. So this also true only between 0 and 8. Therefore, this plot also should be between 0 and 8. But it goes up to infinity. Therefore, that is why this is wrong. So redraw the figure. So it goes like this, and it is cut off at 8. Okay. So to complete the picture here, the PDF of y has a cutoff at 8, and it is also 0 everywhere else. Okay, here it is 0. The PDF is 0, and this side also the PDF is 0. So the PDF exists between 0 and 8. And one thing that we see is that the distribution of y is not uniform. See, originally we started with a uniform random variable. That means all values are equally likely. This is your fx of x, 0 and 2. But here you end with a non-uniform random variable. That means certain y's are more likely than others, even though we started with a uniform random variable. See, we started with a uniform random variable, but we ended with a non-uniform random variable. When I say non-uniform, that means some values are more likely than others. Some values are going to occur more likely with more probability than the other values. Okay. So that's the end of this problem. So summary: for any given problem, use cookbook procedure. Let me write properly. That is, the first step is find the CDF, cumulative distribution function. You define an event P of capital Y less than or equal to a certain number. This is the number actually. Okay, and then once you get the CDF, and then you go to probability density function by taking derivative of CDF. Then you will end up with the probability density function y fy of y, f sub capital Y of y. Okay, so let me stop at this point, and in the next class or next lecture I will come up with another problem. Okay, thank you.